March the 7th, 2025. I got some breaking news for you guys. Donald Tusk announces military training plan for all Polish men. Let's get this showboat on the road, shall we? Yeah, boy. We did it. Let's see. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. That hill you see over in the distance there, you can just barely make out the fire tower on the top of that sucker. Stik Mountain, there's some rain coming down through the valleys. Fulfilling promises. One subscriber at a time. That's Hudson Valley Prepping and Surviving. Howdy, folks. Welcome back to Hudson Valley Prepping and Surviving. That's right. It says work is underway to make all men in Poland undergo military training, Prime Minister Donald Tusk said. In a speech to the Polish parliament, Tusk said government aimed to give full details in the coming months. Efforts are being made to prepare large-scale military training for every adult male in Poland, he told the SEJM. Quotes, we will try to have a model ready by the end of this year so that every adult male in Poland is trained in the event of war, so that this reserve is comparable and adequate to the potential threats. That's some serious language there now. You may be asking yourself, how big of a thing is this to train all adult males there? So Tusk said that the Ukrainian army has about 800,000 soldiers, while Russia has about 1.3 million. And he wants to increase the size of the Polish army, including reservists, to 500,000 from around 200,000. So that's a 300,000 soldier increase in the Polish army they're talking about. He goes on to state, we were talking about the need to have an army of 500,000 in Poland, including the reservist, he said. It seems if we organize things wisely, and I'm talking about constantly with the Minister of Defense, we will have to use several courses of action. That means the reservist, but also intensive training to make those who do not go into the army fully fledged and competent, who do not go into the army fully fledged and competent soldiers during a conflict. Tusk said that women may also undergo military training, but war is still to a greater extent the domain of men. The Prime Minister said his government was also carefully examining France's proposal to include Europe under its nuclear umbrella. That's a little sketchy right there, if you ask me. I would like to know, first of all, in detail what it means in terms of the authority over these weapons, he said. Tusk pointed out Ukraine was invaded after it got rid of its own nuclear arsenal and added Warsaw would like to acquire its own nuclear weapons, however remote a possibility that may be. Well, all right. Nukes in Poland, huh? I don't know how Russia would feel about that, but it's an interesting way to look at it. He goes on to state, today, it is clear that we would be safer if we had our own nuclear arsenal. That is beyond doubt. In any case, the road to that would be very long, and there would have to be a consensus too, he said. Poland is already planning to spend 4.7% of its economic output on defense this year, the highest proportion in the NATO alliance. Tusk told Parliament that spending should increase to 5% of the GDP. Earlier, President Duda proposed amending the Constitution to make defense spending at a level of 4% the GDP compulsory. Prime Minister also said that he supports Poland withdrawing from the Ottawa Convention and bans the use of anti-personnel landmines, and also possibly from the Dublin Convention that bans the use of cluster munitions. Interesting. Seems that they want it all. Poland has ramped up defense spending since Russia's full-scale invasion of neighboring Ukraine in 2002. It has signed arms contracts worth around $20 billion with the United States to buy 250 M1-2A Abrams battle tanks, 32 F-35 jets, 96 Apache helicopters, Javelin missiles, and artillery rocket systems. Warsaw has also signed contracts with South Korea to purchase K-2 tanks and FA-50 light combat aircraft. There is a growing anxiety among Poles about their future security following the U.S. President Donald Trump's decision to suspend military supplies to Ukraine. Most Poles believe supporting Ukraine is in their own security interests. Very interesting. In other breaking news today, if you haven't noticed, here in the Northeast, it's windy as could be today. Let me hit the refresh on this guy and I'll get you some accurate, up-to-date numbers. Northeastern seaboard is in trouble. Lots of power outages. We are over 24,182 customers out in New Hampshire, 17,869 in Connecticut, Massachusetts at 15,210, Maine 10,803, and just over 9,000 people out of power in New York State. The winds are going to continue through this evening, folks, so keep an eye on things. If you hear something hit the roof, go take a look. Make sure you ain't got no damages, all right? Last thing you want is a leaky roof this time of the year, so keep an eye on those trees. Keep an eye on the world, man. Apparently, Poland's ramping up big time. They don't feel so safe in their own neighborhood, so something to think about, guys. Well, this is Hudson Valley Prepping and Survival, and this has been your afternoon breaking news. Stay safe, folks. Have a great day.